Hello, gamers! Welcome to another thrilling episode of Paperwork Pantheon, episode 71. I'm sorry for last week, but, shit happened. This week we are down 2 players. Danny is in Montreal with his mom on a trip, and we've got Pat somewhere. We'll never find him. He's dead. He's not. That's a joke. That's a lie. He's not dead. He's alive and well. But he may have a stomach ache. which we will never know the truth about. I am Offbeat Outlaw, the one currently lying and spreading libel about our friends. If you're here and haven't already watched it, go watch the YouTube video I posted today. It's great. It's about the satire of Helldivers. If you don't think it's Helldivers is satire, go get mad about it in the comment section and leave as many comments as you want. And don't
give a long thread.
Make a real long thread.
Offbeat reads all of them. He cares about your opinion.
Dude. Thank you for reminding them that how much I care.
It's something you're always saying.
Yeah, I'm like, I love all of my fans' opinions, and they definitely get things right 90% of the time. Deceased. Hello, Brooke, please take it away.
I am Brooklyn, and now that I finally have truth as my domain, I can speak the truth. I might be the god of lies, but these two are the ones bullshitting you right now. Amelia. Wait, why did we skip Amelia? Oh, yeah, because we're in different spots.
The order is different. One second.
Okay. No!
Hi, my name's Amelia Som. You can find me most places at Amelia Som or by going to links.ameliasom.com. When I'm not here... Ooh, I just shocked myself. When I'm not here, I'm on the podcast, Unprepared Casters. Being cute and shit. You know how it is.
Hoorah.
Hoorah.
Brooke, you may not finish your introduction.
No, I was done.
Oh, okay.
That was it.
You got away. The perfect crime. But yes, when we last left off, the party was heading towards the crypt, where an individual named the name of... Did you see my chat from a few streams ago? Genuinely, I'm very sorry. I probably did not. I can't remember shit from a few streams ago. I think their name was Wilbur. That poor dead lad.
Oh yeah.
However, that was you, Godfried, and Feda. A's went somewhere else. They went back to their workshop to go grab some tools. A's, when you arrive back at your workshop, once again, currently completely overrun by body parts and medical equipment, what would you like to do?
Well, apparently I'm looking for tools, so I'd like to look for those.
Alright, you go and scrounge through all of your old shit. You find a lot of your stuff has been neatly packed into a box. Seems like great care was taken to put some of these things in the box, but also you do notice some things are missing. Most notably, a lever action rifle that you were going to bring to these people to help advance their civilization. That's been missed. That's gone. You don't know where it is. But you do find all of your old equipment for tools, as well as a lot of your old stuff that allows you to build things, thus reigniting, if you don't have this already, your proficiency with Tinkerer's tools. You may also put those into your inventory.
I do have it. Oh, hell yeah.
You also grab several things that the party is going to be probably requiring in their ventures here. You know this place is dangerous, so you grab several belts of knives, 4 separate blunderbuss guns for them to hold in their offhands.
We all look so silly.
You're all gonna look so silly, but that's the way. As you grab your stuff, and start heading back to the party, make a perception check as you walk through the streets.
Perception. Oh god. Is that... Okay. 29.
29. As you look through the streets, you notice as you look around, this place is in much greater disrepair than when you were last here. Dead bodies of varying quality and states of decay litter the streets. Some almost to the point where a lot of where you're stepping makes a very uncomfortable squelching sound. As you continue to walk through, you notice that a lot of the claw marks, with your higher perception, you notice a lot of the slashings of these beasts. Normally, it would be hunters that kill these things. Hunters alone would come in, slaughter these things. It seems like, though, that these beasts are beginning to eat each other as well. As you notice,
Gross.
the claw marks are distinct, almost hinting at a heightened or different sense of madness beyond that of the normal sort. They don't normally do this. They normally like to actually stick together and prefer being in a pack. So this behavior strikes you as extremely odd.
Okay. Guess I'll keep an eye out for any lone beasties.
You keep walking, and eventually you arrive back with the party. The heretic, walking along with Godfried, who's decided to blend in with the heretics undead. Theta, who's busy trying to grab a hold of his mental faculties as he's suffered a little bit of a blow. And Viari, who is, how would you describe your current state of being, Viari?
I think Viari has just like propped up on a chair and is sitting there like not even paying attention to the rest of the room. The simulacrum that had turned into a teddy bear is like sitting beside them. They're not even touching it. And they're just like concentrating really hard.
I'm gonna distribute a blunderbuss and a belt of knives to everyone, and I'm just gonna set this down next to Viari and sort of stand there patiently.
Oh, thanks. Ace, what would you do if the Face Spirit of Truth had just come back to life and was talking to you?
I would probably talk back.
Yeah, okay. I'm like putting the belt on. He used to be best friends with Truth.
Oh, and now it's awkward because...
Yeah.
Do they want to be friends with you, or are they like mad at you, or what?
Well, they said that they are me, so I don't know what that means.
Oh, it's probably similar to the thing I have going on with space.
Oh, right, yeah.
So just kind of make friends?
Yep. Yeah. That sounds really good. That sounds great. Yeah. How did getting tools go?
You seem apprehensive.
I'm still friends with Gary.
Oh. Yeah. No, I've been there. It can be. I mean, I'm still friends with Z's, and you're like friends with me.
I feel like that's a little different. I, for one, have never told all of my friends that I would gladly betray them and reset the universe just to keep one person alive.
Okay. First of all, I wouldn't gladly do it. I'd be very upset by it, but I would do it. And I would think that now you could appreciate the truth of that.
How so?
Because you're all like into truth. I mean, I'm just being honest.
You are being honest, and I appreciate your honesty. Doesn't make it any easier to accept, though.
And
I mean, especially after like that time you said that you would be happy to me if you needed to kill Alistair.
what do you want out of this, the end of all things? I don't recall saying that I would offer you to stop
did.
Alistair. Oh.
You did.
That's
You
Amelia
said
not
you'd be-
remembering, like, genuinely.
Yeah, you said you'd be totally cool with it. And the thing is, I understand both of these things all at once. It's still lots of conflicting big emotions.
But, like,
and now
out of character. When did that happen?
it was a little while ago. I don't remember the exact context. I remember you were like, basically Ace was like, oh, and Viari, if you like don't think you can kill your dad or you don't think you can fight your dad, just like, it's okay. Just, I don't mind if I just like.
I don't think I was saying I was going
You
to
were
kill
very
you. I
chill.
think I was going to I was implying that I would kill Alistair. Because I remember that was less of me being like,
I remember that context too,
yeah.
personally. Not gonna lie.
Oh, I thought you said you'd kill me quickly.
No.
I thought you said you'd snap my neck quickly.
No, she was referring to Alistair.
I was saying that
I
Alistair
greatly
was gonna
misunderstood that
Because
scene.
in my vision, because what happened in the vision that Ace had was that you give Alistair the pen and Alistair kills you and rewrites the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought you were saying that you were fine taking me out first, quickly and painlessly, so that you could then deal with Alistair.
As DM who's vaguely remembering these conversations, I see how you think that. I think what Amelia was trying to say in that moment was, if you don't think you can kill Alistair, referencing the fact that you in the vision worked with Alistair, she went, don't worry, you stay out of it and I'll kill him.
Or maybe
More of
I
like-
did. I just
More of like
I'm-
like you don't get involved.
maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, but
Regardless. Regardless.
well. Anyway,
All that to say that lots of conflicting things happening. And also, it turns out Wilbert's probably alive.
who?
Do you remember the hunter that was here last time who was dying?
Yeah. Oh, I do remember that. I do think I knew that was something.
Yeah, well, turns out he's probably still alive and down there.
I think I did know that. I think that.
You got a vision.
Yeah. Oh, right. No, I got a vision of that. Yes. Probably should have mentioned that sooner. That's on me.
Okay, we need to talk about your memory issues.
Well, I do want to know, Viari. Would you rather me do whatever it takes to stop Alistair, or would you rather me prioritize you? If it comes down to it. If you're on Alistair's side at the end.
I think that what I want is for us to all be on the same side at the end.
I mean, that would be ideal. Ideally, we are all on the same side. Ideally, we can take out Alistair and we can rewrite the universe and make him be like normal next time.
And I think that there is a way that we do that gets everyone what we want. I just think that if you're rewriting all of reality, then you can definitely just rewrite things back into existence. I just don't. Alistair has that kind of power. I don't see why at the end, when all of this happens, we wouldn't. I think that we can save Z's. I think that we can save Alistair, and I think that we can save whoever else we want to and need to, including but not limited to the crazy child you and Z's and Fada are raising. What's her name? I went to say Beatrice, but that's
Eleanor.
Yeah. Yeah, my niece, Eleanor. We can do this. I do believe that we can do this. I think we need more information on it. but I don't want to get into thinking about those contingencies because I don't think that they are necessary, and I think that they're a distraction, and I think that they put negative thoughts into all of our heads about what needs to be done at the end. I don't want to be thinking about it.
Okay. Well, I won't talk to you about murdering you. You know, I apologize.
I just read in chat, King Krista was like, I would gladly do it. I wouldn't gladly do it. I'd be a little depressed.
I am sorry for telling you I would snap your neck. But if I did have to kill you, I would make it quick. That does sound like something I would say.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
At this point, Moira steps over to you two and goes, "Oh, hello. You must be Ace. Do you already have an oath, darling?"
No oaths.
She peeks into your eye and just very much I don't give a fuck about your personal space right now. Just lifts up your eyelid.
Oh yeah, we had to do these oath things.
Yeah, you do. I don't think you know you have an oath, but you took one.
Oh, good.
Make a history check for me, Ace.
It's Women's History Month. Can I make a herstory check?
Go for it. Go for it, Yas Queen. Slay. Slay, girl boss, pussy slay moment.
That's so bad. That's a 7 for herstory.
Oh no. You can't fail the herstory check in Women's Herstory Month.
Can I give advantage because I'm a her?
Bro. I don't think that's how it works.
I think, wow. Not you discriminating against she, her pronouns. I noticed they're the only ones you don't use.
All right. Caveat. If it still fails, I'm making fun of you for the rest of the stream.
Do I just re-roll the d20 or all the dice?
All of them. You reroll the whole check.
Oh, great. I rolled a 1 and a 2 on the secondary die. Okay, that one's a 26.
All right, you make the check. You remember a night you and Z's once spent here in Fishhook. I wouldn't say a night. It was more like you guys set up shop here for a little bit. It was really bloody long ago.
Yeah.
Probably around the time of guilt trip. You can't guilt trip me into shit. You shut the fuck up. I'll kill your dad. Probably around the time
you can make fun of them, and if you're funny enough, they'll go along with the bit.
Yeah, it's called Friends. But back in time, probably about one of your first times in Fishhook. You and Z's remember meeting a group of people who you know to eventually become the Gearcraft Hunters. And while you don't remember necessarily an oath, you remember that you guys had dinner and you shared a cup and you all cheered to something. It's not quite clicking in your head, but you do remember this. It was a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I was pretty fucked up then.
Oh, okay. Well, it's one of those more...
It was a great dinner, you know?
Do you remember who with?
Z's and some Gearcraft, hunters, warriors.
Okay, that tracks.
Yeah, it was great. We had just finished I think we just finished up a hunt of some kind, and we were partying, and, we were all sharing drinks out of a cup. There was some sort of toast we made. Yeah.
Your life is way more different than when I, a year ago or whatever, when all this started, I thought you were a goody two shoes. I just keep getting more information that disproves that every day.
It's all about how you present yourself.
I'm learning.
All right.
I was young then.
Partook in a drink. You cheered to something, probably an oath of the Gearcraft Hunters. All right, you have one, and that cup you were drinking was beast blood. Don't worry, we all drink it here. It's fine. But it did get in your system and thus bind you to the oath. Interesting. Must have been some potent stuff back then. But you did take one a while ago. You should probably reignite that oath then. If you've forgotten its abilities. I'll go get a Gearcraft. We'll go call our friend up. Lovely man, current head of the Gearcraft Hunters.
Sure. Do I get to drink more blood?
The blood's already inside you. It's more like reigniting it, if that makes
Okay.
sense.
No, it's fine. I didn't want to drink it anyway.
Moira goes over to the heretic and goes, "Please, darling, could you go and collect, could you go collect Darahill? But what if I don't like Darahill? He's mean to me." "He's only mean to you because you're gross and smell bad." "But he doesn't have to smell so nice." "I'll go get him." "Come along!" And you see about a gaggle of about 40-something undead plus the heretic take to the streets. As they go out to go and collect Darahill. Well, we're going to be here a little bit. Now's a good time as any for you all to learn some things or two about this place in general. Ask me questions, I know everything. I don't, but I
Before
know
we
a
get
lot.
to asking questions, Ace wasn't here for our little experiment. Ace, when we die, the moon, like, has a spirit or something in it and is really evil and tries to steal your soul so that you can't come back.
Good to know. That seems new.
Yeah, that was a big thing that we figured out, which is probably why these people don't have, like, Revivify and such like.
Our magic is stunted here. Most don't experiment in magic of any kind. Those that do are typically involved in the church or their scholars, their universities.
We should probably avoid death.
Definitely avoid dying. I've done it a long time.
So, if you ever,
It's
for
such a good
example,
streak.
get cursed if you ever get cursed and only have like 1 hit point and we're walking into a boss battle, maybe we don't do that. And also we need to go and get your other aspect at some point.
Yeah, I'm aware. Just has never been the right time, you know?
Well.
I mean, I don't know.
So, you guys said that you were a godless people, even accounting for the Mistress of the Hunt or whatever.
Yes.
You're aware of gods, though? The existence of gods and influence?
Well, it's more like no matter what, you get a group of people together, they're going to start worshipping something.
So what does the church worship?
The moon. And the
moon.
senses and the blood, and they think it's holy.
Oh, another thing. Ace, the moon has a separate power source outside the contract.
Disturbing. Great.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's more akin to the fact that clearly, if you all exist, God did make us. However, no god stayed behind to guide us, so we all just made our own dues, figured things out by ourselves. Along came the Mistress of the Hunt, who you all seem to be calling a god, arrived, started things along, basically gave us a guiding hand in how to deal with our little beast problem that we'd been having, and now we're here. So.
Okay.
So yes, it's a very disturbing place to be here, I guess, for you all. You should probably...
Yeah, because I can die.
I would suggest keeping your godliness to yourself, if that makes sense. If possible.
Yeah, it's usually the case. We only told you because you seemed nice.
Very fair. I'm only saying this because of the church. I don't know what they'll do when they figure out that they'll probably hook you up to their machines and drain you of blood or something like that to figure you out and then distribute you to the masses as a healing system. So let's avoid that fate if possible.
Yeah. Do you know what systems of detection they have in place around the city? Do they have any way of detecting if magic is being used or counteracting magic that's being used?
I don't really know. This place is very peculiar, I guess, to you all. They don't. There'll be hunters that patrol the streets. They'll be church affiliated. You'll know they're church affiliated because in their front they like to wear a little white thing that like a bib almost, except it's longer and also covers the back. But it's all ornately decorated. Can't miss it. Emblemized with the eyes, then like a face basically, but like distended in a way across all of it to represent the senses. If you see white and gold, probably best to avoid them or kill them. That's also an option. I kill them too. Usually they're already mad with blood. Church hunters drink the most.
And you said you had like a map of the stars? Sorry? The books?
Yes, we do have a map of the stars.
Yeah, I just wanted to keep A's up to date because this is relevant to our studies and part of why we're here.
The stars change frequently, so I've been trying to map them.
They change? I thought you said that they were locked in place.
Locked in place, but new ones appear, and then old ones disappear. It's like they don't move, but they pop in and out.
Okay. When they pop out, do they ever pop back in? Or is it always...
Oh, yes, sometimes. Sometimes they do.
Okay.
It's a peculiar thing. I don't really know what causes it.
And what timing?
Goodness. The timing varies, but one star I tracked disappeared for a period of... It gets hard to track considering we're currently in a constant night. A period of nearly up to a month, one star disappeared and then it reappeared. That's the longest I've tracked. Usually they do stay, but sometimes they wink out, but they come back.
A's,
Yes.
do you think we could set up some kind of like... Because you're god of the passage of time, you think we could set up some kind of like lens that lets you look at the night sky at different times?
Oh, yeah. Perhaps.
We
I
can
was...
see if there's a pattern.
Yeah, I was also thinking of just getting, something that's like photosensitive to record the light wavelengths as they hit and try and see how that affects it. But I think that sounds cooler and magicaler. Offie, I do have a question.
What's up?
So stars are like mushroom, yeah?
Stars are like mushrooms.
Yes, stars are linked to the mushrooms.
And mushrooms are linked. When a like fae lives or dies and they're kind of reabsorbed into the mushrooms and like come out, like is that like, in my understanding, is it that the soul is entirely like broken out and spread around, or is it possible that like the movement in the stars and the fluctuation in the magic could have something to tie with people's living and dying?
In this place, people's souls seem to be getting affected by a separate entity. It's like something is
Gotcha.
taking that away. The stars moving in and out of existence, you know that the stars are linked with the mushrooms and the mushrooms are linked with the fae. You know that fae blood is currently in circulation as a healing remedy throughout the city and is also reappearing in people. People will manifest and then turn into these beastly creatures that still are technically fae. So there could be some link there.
Okay. Yeah. Do I have the ability to craft some kind of a telescope?
Make a Tinker's Tool check. As, let's say, Intelligence plus Tinker's Tools. Yeah.
Alright. That's...
Do you think they're all really stars, or some of them might be fake?
I'm not sure what any of them are, if I'm being honest. 24.
24. You make your telescope. But it takes a little while, I'll say. You're not just gonna.
Yeah, I imagine the glass trying to source like high enough quality glass is gonna be difficult.
You can do that with magic shit.
Yeah.
You managed to...
I forget that I'm a god.
Yeah. you guys not quickly, but make faster than raw source than making the shit raw. Otherwise, I'd say in about an hour you guys have a functioning telescope. With quick mechanized with pretty good accuracy. What exactly are you trying to locate and see?
Okay. Well, we already wanted to look at like stars at different times. But also anytime you're looking at stars, you're always looking at different times. So I'm wondering if I can sort of enhance this telescope to like look at different parts of the sky, but continue to peer farther and farther back, which would kind of correlate to looking further back in time. If I can like magically amplify this telescope. And compare it.
Spend a 4th level spell slot and make an Arcana check.
Can I assist with the Arcana check? Given how I have like a plus 18 or whatever right now.
A's kind of gotta do this one alone. It's kind of like they're doing the magic.
Can I give them advantage?
So I said you can't help them, and then you're asking if you can give them advantage?
Well, I thought that you meant... okay, I thought that me saying, because I have a plus 18 right now, and then you saying no to that, meant that you didn't want me using my plus 18, and so I was trying to negotiate for advantage, because I think
I respect it. I respect the attempt. Okay. I respect the attempt, but...
I will say I don't need advantage, because I did get a natural 20.
Amazing.
For a total of 43.
All right. With a bit of magical enhancing, you can basically turn this into a on the ground Hubble telescope.
James Webb up in this shit.
And what do you see? And what would you like to look at? I will say as well that in enhancing the magic, you notice that this item you've created almost feels different than the rest of the world around you. If you made this with order magic in a world that is almost disconnected or broken, with regard to order magic. As you look up to the sky, please make a perception check.
Perception is not as good as Arcana, that's for sure. 19.
With a perception check of 19, do pretty good. You do quite good. You look up, and you see that the stars, something that you have not observed before. You guys haven't actually really bothered looking up before with an advanced telescope in general. You know what a star should look like. You've seen those before. You know what they look like in the night sky. In standard worlds, there's no cracks. There's no mistakes. It looks like the night sky, as it should. As you look at the night sky that you're seeing, you almost see the stars as pinholes of light. And then you'll see a thin thread, or like a crack, spiderwebbing into a nearby star. Almost like the night sky is breaking. With the stars themselves being can't tell if it's a web that's keeping it together or these cracks that are trying to break it apart. It's hard to tell with this. Despite the most advanced telescope probably this place has seen in a while, it's really hard to get a good grasp of what exactly is happening.
Yeah, I'll like narrate out loud to Viari as I'm looking at this.
Does this mean the contract is tearing as well? And we're seeing what's on the other side? Because our goal was to get beyond the stars, and if this looks like the passage there, but reality is made up of the contract, and the contract is reality.
Yeah, well, there's many things here of the eldritch nature that I would say are fundamentally at odds with the concept of the contract. So, it's possible.
This place is even more fucky than the last two.
Yeah.
For once, it would be nice if Alistair would just send us to, like, I don't know, Tahiti or something.
It's a
Beta
beautiful
gets to
place.
go there.
Moira, overhearing your conversation goes, as much as I'd hate to say it, I think you do need to go to the church. Sneak in, don't let them see you, but get there. There's obviously a cover-up. There's obviously a conspiracy. I don't need to spell this one out for you. Whatever they're hiding has to do a lot with what's up there. The head members of their church are called the apostate of eyes. They apparently have removed their tongue, have removed their ears, have cut off their noses, and have bandaged up their skin, only revealing their eyes so that they can stare unflinching, unblinking, and completely undistracted at the stars above.
Just like Magnus Archive.
I have never watched Magnus Archive, but I
Listened to. It's a podcast.
listened. I've done neither.
You should. I think you might like it.
Probably.
Honestly,
would.
it's really good. Lost John's Cave made me cry, especially when I heard the recording at the end and realized what it was saying.
I guess I should.
I thought it was hot as hell.
I have a fear of being buried alive, and that one episode hit me so hard.
Is that another one of the cartoon era delusions that you and I both share, where we're like quicksand is like a real thing that we need to worry about?
Okay, in my defense, being buried alive, I think I got this fear from being a kid and seeing the 9/11 content where people were found like a month plus later having starved to death.
That's terrifying.
Because I saw that at like 5 years old or 6 years old or whatever. So in my defense, I think it's a fairly reasonable fear to have developed.
Sure enough. I was
And
just
then also there was the Beaconsfield miners who got buried alive in that mine when I was a kid.
You don't need to just...
I'm just saying.
Bro, I was at... Bro.
My
Not
doorbell's
every
ringing.
joke is
I'll be right
illegal
back.
as an accusation. You could, homie.
No, I think this one was reasonable. Quicksand, I look back on and I'm like, I thought that I was going to encounter more quicksand than I do. And whirlpools. Whirlpools are the other one. And what else? We agreed on something else as well.
Anvils falling from the sky is one for me.
Yes, or pianos.
Yeah, things dropping on you.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
How do we
Thought
live?
that would be more common. But the buried alive thing, I think, was fairly reasonable given that, like, if a building collapses, it could happen.
True. I try to avoid collapsing buildings.
I need you to stop speaking sometimes.
You're right. Lava, pianos. Lava's another one that's just a terrifying cartoon era fear. Big
I live in a
hammers.
country that doesn't have volcanoes, and I was afraid of a volcano. around
Sometimes I like to think about, what's that big volcano that's in America that's dormant?
The Yellowstone supervolcano?
Yeah. I sometimes think about that bad boy, and I'm like, damn, if that ever blows up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we'd all be so supremely fucked it wouldn't even matter.
Yeah, that is honestly.
But
I'm
I would
like,
be
damn.
sad.
You're also going to die pretty quick. Like,
But I
that would
would
be a
be
mass
sad.
extinction. Oh, because of the mass extinction event. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But then you would die pretty soon after that. Like, you probably have maybe a few weeks, I think. I don't remember.
I think it's less.
Well, in Australia, it takes a while.
True. It would take
Yeah,
a while.
but what if we survived, huh? What if the rest of the world had to rely on our survival for the human race to survive? You're
We'd all
welcome.
talk so silly.
The world would be fucked. No one would take
We'd have
it.
the cool
Aliens would
accent.
arrive and you'd be like, oi, mate.
When in my life have I ever said "oi, mate" to you?
It's because I didn't realize that all of Australia sounded like Brooklyn Tuesday. My apologies. They'd be like, hello there.
You've been oh my god, you've been treating me like a monolith for Australia since the day we met, and now is when you choose to turn away from that?
I thought I was being a better person. My apologies. I'll go back to being terrible then.
I think you're just reaching for convenience.
Hello there, aliens. It's me.
When have I ever said that?
I don't know, but you probably
When have you ever said, hello, aliens, it's me?
Bro, I should
You
hope
say that
not.
every goddamn day.
Dude, I should. Yeah, like.
What do you think that I do when I'm not around you two?
I have no idea. Genuinely.
Fight spiders, bro.
I assume aliens are involved, right?
Like, I assume fucking spiders is also on that list, considering you guys are like, we ain't here
I
to
don't
fuck
think Brooke
spiders.
fucks spiders.
Well, like, there's like, we ain't here to fuck spiders is like a thing that they say. When
That
is
is
there a time
true.
when you
Yeah,
fuck spiders?
That is decidedly the point, though, is we're not here to fuck spiders.
So
But
do you
is
feel
there a
like
time?
you're-
Do
yeah,
you fuck
exactly.
spiders?
Good question.
No! As the saying goes, we're not here to fuck spiders.
Okay, but
Like
bringing it
here
up,
on this earth, or
Bring-
like here in this moment?
bringing it up is like being
Both.
like, I'm gonna go eat my human food now. That's weird. Why'd you mention it was human? Why'd you mention you fuck spider? Why'd you mention we're not here to fuck spiders? Is there a time
You
in
know
which
what's
there is
funny?
a time? No.
You know what's funny? I'm
would be
pretty
really
sure
difficult if
that
you were
was one of
here.
those cases of like it wasn't actually a saying, but it went viral on Reddit for being like a fake Australian saying or something, and then it became a saying. Then people just went, "Yeah, that does sound like us. That's ours now. Thank you.
Valid.
Your contribution has been accepted."
Either way, you guys are asking a question, and then I got sidetracked.
Yeah, well, I got distracted because neighbor kids were asking me for $1, and I don't have any cash, so I told them that. They came around selling candy the other day, and I gave them $5 for 2 Jolly Ranchers, so they think I'm made of money.
Damn.
Wild.
Yeah.
I don't remember. We were looking at the stars, and we were all like, "Now we gotta get there."
We gotta talk to the church.
The Church of the Eyes.
Oh, we gotta talk.
And we gotta be sneaky. Oh yeah. They cover
Many
their
Alice is
skin
there
and
right
their
now.
nose and their face, and they only have eyes so they can just stare at the stars.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like,
Minneapolis
my
right
guy,
now.
you didn't have to do all that.
Well,
He didn't.
The rest of the church is composed of the other 5 senses. The whole thing is called the Church of the Senses.
Oh,
The
do they
eye-
each pick one?
They do each pick one. The doctors are the Church of Hands. They are the ones who administer the blood. They
Am I right?
they have blinded themselves, and as cut off the one as well, cover their ears. They don't remove them as they do need to receive orders. The orders come from the Church of Speech. Not really a sense, if you ask me, but something had to go with the themes. But these are typically the mouthpieces for the church. They're the ones organizing their little get-togethers, the little sermons. They speak for the church. They tell things of the church. And the Church of Ears, they have to communicate as well, but they only communicate with the Church of the Mouths. You see how this little chain of command goes. They listen to they listen. Apparently, those in the highest echelons, the Church of the Eyes, do have some form of communication. Don't know how, but they communicate with the ears communicates with the mouth communicates the message. Somewhere in this chain of command, in that upper echelon, is where all of the cover-up is happening. And then there's the Church of Scent. Not really a real church. Those are just what we call the hunters. They're the ones who go out in the streets and smell out the blood. They have done nothing to remove or inhibit their senses. They just did that once again for the bloody theme. But they're bloodhounds who supposedly sniff out infection and impurity and quell the monster within.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of hubbub, if you ask me.
Can you tell me what a person who would blend in the areas around the church would look like? Like any defining factors in appearance that would be helpful to adopt?
You would probably... Best course of action is to find a church hunter, kill them, and steal their clothes. Then you'd be allowed into their premises. But you are considered the lowest rung of the senses. You would be a dog for the church, effectively. Best way to sneak in, that's one of the ways. Another way is to pose as someone sick who needs blood administration. Then you would be higher up on the rung. Find someone who's a Church of the Hands member. As they're administering your blood, you can attempt to kill them. Steal their clothes, steal their stuff, take their things, but once again, you'd be inhibited. They're blind, of course, so you need to cover your eyes. And ears. And mouth. You wouldn't be able to talk. You can communicate telepathically, right?
We can, but that seems so inconvenient.
Either way, this is probably the best way to sneak in. Yeah, I don't really know.
I think we start with stealing some hunter's clothes.
Great plan.
I think
you'll find
surely people have more than one pair of clothes. Do we actually have to fight someone? Can we just not break into their house and steal some?
These people don't strike me as the kind who do laundry.
Good point. It's a uniform. They probably only have the one. And most likely, to be honest, most hunters have gone mad by this point. You'll scarce find a hunter with their senses still about them. The blood we administer is the same blood that turns us into beasts, the same blood that robs us of the very senses the church worships. It infects you. You all are probably resilient because of your godly nature or whatever, but the rest of us, after enough time, that blood is too much for your body to handle, no matter how strong you are. I'll go mad too one day. I'll be robbed of everything, and I'll become one of the more powerful monsters that the streets will have to defend themselves from. As will the heretic, as will the friend we've gone to get. It is the fate of hunters to become the beasts we hunt. And the church, they drink the most, and they're not often the strongest, so they turn the quickest.
Why drink the blood then? I may have asked this last time, I forgot the answer.
Keeps you from dying.
Are you familiar with another poison, alcohol? Why drink a poison?
Yeah, but alcohol doesn't do that.
No, it just shoots your liver and gives you cancer and you die painfully. At least our thing also heals your wounds and helps replenish your body. It is a poison, though. Just a longer term one. Also, blood is far more intoxicating.
I wish you'd had the opportunity to live in a world that wasn't like this. I feel like you would have thrived.
Am I not thriving now? I'm the most
You
accomplished
are, but-
author in the city.
You are. It's just, this is a lot of hiccups. I bet they don't even have publishing houses here.
I made one, thank you very much.
That's actually pretty cool. You know, I am friends with the god of publishing. I bet he'd be like super stoked about that.
She looks at you for a moment like there's a god of what now?
It's dumb. I know. I think it's dumb, but he did help expand my domain.
There's gods of all these worthless things, and then they couldn't even bother to send some here. How funny. Either way, that's probably your best course of action. I'd recommend it. But I would also... Let me go look for something quickly. Something you'll need.
What do you think, Ace?
She goes back to her room, and comes out a few moments later and she presents you, everybody in the party, with vials.
A little glass vial?
A little glass vial. She presents these vials to you. These are how hunters stay up during fights. You're going to want to fill this with beast blood after every fight. It's single use, but refillable.
Is this that
that's almost
stuff that
like
I had that
the-
last time?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the flasks in Elden Ring.
Or the blood
Potion
vials
of
from Bloodborne.
Oh.
But also, yes, the flask from Elden Ring got in this, but more directly. You're going to want to fill this with the monsters that you defeat. Take the fluid, put it in here. If you're like, that sounds unsanitary, it is. But the reason why you took the oath in the first place is that your body will recognize this as part of your own and will cleanse the impurities for you. Congratulations, you're never sick again. No disease will ever harm you as long as you're alive.
I can't help but feel that that was already the case with being a god and all, but
There's no god sicknesses. Curious. Either way,
are
You
there
can-
god sicknesses, Ace?
Yes.
what you
My
can
dad
do,
didn't tell me about this.
you got an
You're
action.
probably fine.
You each now have your blood vial. The blood vial is something you can fill up after a fight or before a fight. Single action. Do it. Converts all of your stacks into stacks of madness. All of them. It also heals you to full HP. I'll write this item. Forgot to put this in
Is
the PPT.
madness defined in the thing?
Nope, it's defined in my book. But I will add this to the document at the end of the game.
Okay, cool.
Basically, stacks of madness, what they do is the DC is set by the stack number. Upon at the end of your turn, roll a wisdom saving throw. If you fail, your character, whoever you are, I get to use them for 2 action points.
Oh, hell yeah. That's 2 decisions I don't have to make. Love that.
Or one big decision.
Yeah.
Additionally, every time you fail, your stack count of madness will always be 1. Increased by 1 for every time, basically.
Can you reword that, please?
Sorry. Every time you fail a madness check,
Mm-hmm.
the DC will always be set to 1. Effectively, you'll be constantly having to make the save, but I'm just going to say that you basically don't have to make them because your wisdom modifier will be constantly checking that. You can go and get this fixed by Alistair, but it's going to cost a resource or something along, like you'll have to give up an item for a period of time.
Al,
Can't wait to use all that shit.
Yes?
I really need to know this. Can we get sick?
Yes, of course.
Like with a normal common cold?
You're mortals, yes.
This is bullshit. What was the point of becoming a god?
What do you think the point of the insurance was when you signed on? You really didn't read any of that.
I didn't read the contract.
You have health
This
insurance.
has been known. I have health insurance?
You do have health
Is
insurance.
there a god of health?
The god of life. Yes, they exist. They don't
Oh,
like
they
you,
don't
remember?
like me. Hold on, I thought that they like low-key forgave me.
Yes, they
I don't have
forget.
to like you,
Forgiveness does
though.
does not mean that they like you. They just mean they don't want to deal with those emotions anymore. It's okay, VR.
Fine.
But yes, you can get sick.
Do you want some emergency VR? Some liquid IV?
I'm okay, thank you.
It's kind of impressive you haven't gotten sick yet, considering like you're still like
I
washing
just-
your hands and stuff, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's disgusting. I just assumed that I couldn't. Honestly, I didn't really get sick that much, like, before all of this. And I think it was because my dad needed me to work.
Sad. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud.
As you guys are finishing up this conversation, the door knocks. Myra, I got your package. In walks the heretic with significantly less undead following him. He went from about 40 to about now 10. It was a little bit rough getting to him, for somebody likes to make traps, and I needed to find them with the hunters. I'll need to collect them again. And in comes a very clean individual, which is surprising for this place. Well-dressed, a tailored suit, clean gloves, white gloves, surprisingly. Dark-skinned, with very thick hair tied back, a top hat, and coming in a wheelchair is a hunter that you are actually familiar with, Ace. You may not remember them, but this is one of the young hunters that was there at the night of when you took the oath. They were a child back then.
Ace, unlike Amelia, has a very good memory. So Ace would remember them.
Okay.
Ace remembers the thing Ace says. Amelia does not.
Okay. The man rolls up and goes, well, bloody hell, this place is terrible. Moira, you really need to stop inviting this smelly oaf around. He is too awful. But I see and his eyes lock onto you, Ace, and goes, takes off his hat. My apologies. You didn't tell me that Ace was in town. That's why I went to get you. I told you. I wasn't listening, heretic. He rolls up to you. Extends his hand to take yours for a moment. He gives you a mwah on the knuckle. It is such an honor to meet you. I have loved every single piece of work you've ever created. My goodness, the advances you've brought to this society. Oh, and you... Hello? Looks to Viari. Who's your
Hello?
This is Viari, a colleague of mine.
Excellent. A colleague of A's. You must be very intelligent.
Oh, that's questionable.
Questioning one's intelligence is a sign of it. They extend their hand.
Uh,
And they give you a firm shake.
Thanks.
Here I'm required to give an oath. Who is it that wants to take it?
I need a little bit of a refresh.
A refresh. Oh.
Reawakening. It's been quite some time.
We'll get right on.
Reigniting.
And you have already taken an oath, I assume, then, young Viari?
yeah, scholar.
Naturally. Moira is very good at talking up her oath, despite how little she actually speaks.
Well, she does collect the stories of the people who die here, so...
And isn't it fascinating how much people like to talk in this place? Right before they die, too.
What do you mean?
Oh, don't you know? It's a bit of a myth here. When you die, you get to see something. A little show. And then they will say what they see, or they'll learn of some divine revelation. Do you think it's real? That people speak the greatest truths right before death?
Greatest truths?
Oh, yes. Come face to face with your own mortality. You may as well get out your truth then, or never.
I think that that is the most helpful information that I have heard all day.
Splendid. I'm being useful. I'm trying to find where I've written down all of my oaths so I have them in one place. Yippee.
I'm just psychically gonna say to Ace, Ace, I think he has a crush on you.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Yeah, but like this one's a little like he's laying it on thick.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one guy that time at the castle on the planet with the fairies?
Yeah, the one who let me explain Dungeons and Dragons to him.
Manufacture.
How do you think he keeps his suit clean?
Prestidigitation.
Yeah. But I thought magic didn't work normally here.
It doesn't.
What did you
That's
say your
frowned
name was
upon.
again?
Dara Hill.
Dara Hill. Do you know prestidigitation?
No, what's that?
Do you know? Do you use magic to keep your suit clean?
Magic? Darling, no. Magic is a fairy tale. Who uses magic? Did Moira tell you that people use magic? Moira, you can't be telling people that people use magic. Moira looks to you, VRE, and go, just like, do it.
I'm gonna set up a psychic link with Moira. You told me not to tell
What
people
the
that I was a god.
You see Moira has immediately pulled out a gun, a cleaver, and has 5 knives digging out of her fingers, ready to throw.
Okay, I'm sorry. I feel like I should have. Alright, I'm sorry. I should have given you a warning. I didn't realize that was going to be as confronting as it
Viari,
was.
you've got to stop. You've got to stop
Okay.
thrusting people into things.
That was you!
Yes!
VR doesn't have a great concept
I'm
about
sorry.
what normal things are for most people.
No,
I'm getting
no.
that. I'm getting that.
I grew up with the god who made everything in my head all the time.
Dara
So,
Hill
like-
looks to you and goes, God?
Language,
Your
VR,
colleagues,
language.
colleagues with a god?
No! Not me! I grew up knowing a god.
I'm not... You knew a god.
Well, that's what they said.
Looks to A's.
Look, there are great many things in this world, and more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in philosophy. Dara Hill, the world is going to continue to get weird and unexplainable. The things that you consider normal here in many places are unheard of. Likewise, there are powers that be that exist elsewhere that here are just as foreign and unknowable.
Well, if you're saying it, it must be true, so... I'll bite.
You like worship A's, but you don't believe in gods or something?
Well, do you not worship A's? I thought you were a colleague.
Yeah, we're colleagues. I don't worship my friends.
But you've seen their work. You've seen what they're capable of.
Yeah, and it's really fucking cool. But also, it's weird to worship the people you surround yourself with.
I think it's that weird for other people, not you specifically, but like people to worship me.
Oh, yeah, that's fine, but like, he's getting weirded out by the fact that I don't worship you.
I'm just surprised. I figured it would be impossible to not want to worship someone who's so capable and able to bring technological
Ace,
advancement.
you're milking this. You're milking this. I'm saying this internally.
I am simply, I am just, trying to abide by the customs and norms of this world without drawing any undue negative attention toward us.
I'm gonna sidle up to his side and get close enough to drop my voice so that Ace can't hear and just be like, not worshipping them means that they're probably more likely to like you or whatever. So
Well, okay, you're sidling up so I can't hear you, but we're all standing here. I can see this, right?
yeah.
And
I bet you guys would be best friends.
I don't want to be A's friend. I want to be their worshipper.
ideal.
How do you think gods work? And I'm just gonna, oh crap, I pulled the headphone thing out. And I'm just gonna like stand up and just like.
Wait, you said, what does gods have to do with A's?
Well, you're worshipping A's. That just feels like. That. What? How does worship work here?
We
I'm
have
sorry,
a
I'm
picture
from
of her
somewhere
in
different.
the room, and then she's in the rooms of all of the Gearcraft Hunters workshops. We abide by her principles that she left behind and all of her rules that she made for developing new technology. We
This is a cult.
listen to
This
her.
man
and
is the
whatever
leader
she-
of your cult.
And she guides, and she whenever we make things, we assume that it was her guidance that brought us here.
Right, so you have started a cult. That is like a form of church.
Yes. So what are you getting at?
What are you? You know what?
Whenever
don't
something
feel like
breaks,
I
we
have-
blame the great betrayer, the one who does all evil, the one who is sneaking behind our backs and causing mischief to us all, that we call it a Zed. Simple as that.
You know what? I can get behind this all of a sudden. I'm not so against these guys. I think I understand where they're coming from, Ace.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think this is
Yeah.
great. It's incredibly.
Fuck this Zed guy. Also,
Yeah.
have you heard in some places they call him Z's? Stupid.
Who uses letters like that? It's a Z.
Exactly.
XYZ. It finishes the song.
Exactly.
YZ. What, are you gonna go on forever? Where's the rest of it? Finish it. Bloody hell.
Exactly. No, I agree. I fully agree. They have that song here too. Wild.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Ace, repeat after me, and this should reignite the hunter's blood.
Okay.
I will create and manufacture the world.
I will create and manufacture the world.
My tools are divine, and thus my weapons.
My tools are divine, and thus my weapons.
Artifice will set the beast free.
Artifice will set the beast free.
And as you finish these words, please make a wisdom saving throw.
Hell yeah. I was just thinking about the fact that Godfrey's not here with us, right?
No, he's currently outside with the undead.
Okay, cool.
He's blending in, he said. There's a bunch of ragged-looking hunters and then a pristine skeleton.
Oh. 26.
26.
Yeah.
When you feel this, you feel the blood almost like... This description is going to sound peculiar, as most do. But it's like, it feels like there was blood that was standing still in you before that now moves with the rest of your body. It was so gradual, the slowing, that it almost, you didn't notice it happening, but you feel yourself moving with new vigor.
I think this lowered my cholesterol.
And you feel your heart pumping fuller. It feels great. You feel like you've just taken a shot of adrenaline. You feel more alert, more ready. You may now grant yourself a bonus, like total +1, but like 2 stat points to any stat of your choice.
Okay. Sick.
Well, if that is all I was needed for, is there anything else I can be of service with? I appear to...
I would love to hear more about how you hate Zed.
Well, it's like the little gremlin that lives in machines, you know? It's hubbub and whatnot.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying. Did you ever meet them?
Zed isn't real. It's a concept. A's is real and therefore our savior. Zed is just like a story that we tell the younglings to, and like there's maybe some truth to it in the astronomical sense of there's always something that's causing your Zeds, but it's not real. Is it real? Is there a real Zed?
Yeah. For once, you guys are like totally on the money.
Ace, what does she mean?
It's complicated.
Not that complicated. Zeds is a real person, right?
I mean, yes, but Zed isn't. They're not like actually coming in and messing up your stuff. Like the symbolic thing is.
I mean, I don't think that's true.
Look.
So there's a real person who appears in our machines and causes them to mess up. Is that what you're saying?
Not
Absolutely
specifically
not.
in the way that you're saying.
No, and
right? Like, that's a bit more metaphorical, but there is a real person who messes everything up.
Okay, yeah. So I think Viari here is trying to express some personal things and perhaps isn't really being cognizant of the ramifications of their words and the effects that they have and will have in the long run. I think what is important is know there is not a Z literally in your machines. And I think what is really important here is the fact I am deeply honored that your adherence to my principles has continued this long and has inspired the creation of great works. And I will do my best to make this environment one in which those of you who hold those ideals can thrive.
Alright, I'm just going to listen to what you have to say, and I'm going to ignore what the strange
That is a
is saying.
strong plan.
Okay.
Does Ace have Zed on them?
Lil Z?
Yeah, little Zed.
Oh no, didn't you guys send him to keep watch on Little Al?
No, we sent my simulacrums to keep watching Little Al.
True.
I'm just gonna eye little Zed and be like,
Little Zed is
That's
probably in a little.
telepathically be like, that's absolutely something you would do.
If you have it on him, do you have it on you, Ace?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't ever explicitly. Yeah, I guess Ace probably has like a little bag that has Zed and what's it? My little like. Oh no, I'm not in that character sheet. Yeah, probably just sits in a little like messenger bag, just kind of taking naps a lot. I assume Zed sleeps a lot.
I'm just poking fun at this point. I'm just gonna like telepathic link with Zed and just be like, you would absolutely get inside their machines and fuck shit up.
Huh? What was that?
Go back to sleep.
No, I'm awake.
Do you think you'd ever climb inside a machine and mess it up?
Do I need to do that? Okay. Crawls out of the bag.
No. Wait.
And go, where's the machine?
No. You don't actually have to do that. You can get back. You can go back to sleep.
I'm just gonna see, because I'm not a part of this telepathic conversation. I'm just going to pick up Zed, which has fallen on the floor.
He's gonna like do like a dog walk around in your hand and then fall asleep.
Yeah. I'm just gonna hold him.
All right. Is there genuinely anything else? I was in the middle of hunting, but when the heretic calls, I do typically try to answer, no matter how smelly he is.
I suppose any information about the Chartra trying to infiltrate that could be useful to us?
Well, if you're trying to infiltrate, you're going to need to find an entrance that isn't exactly the front door. I would try the basement through the catacombs. Probably the best plan of attack. There's less hunters there, and you'd probably be able to make your way onto the grounds without being checked by the front gate. gate officer's a little bit of a... well, he's been in a deteriorated state for quite some time, as have most of the hunters on the grounds. Most of the people on the grounds. But, word to the wise, the catacombs is filled with, beasts of all varieties. Some that haven't been seen in a very long time. And as a result, are large and threatening. Been feasting on the others, supposedly.
Good to know. Yeah, I did notice that as we were passing through. It seems things have deteriorated.
Well, without people to feast upon, the beasts still need to eat. Only thing left is their own kin. But
Yara, you have any questions? Oh, sorry.
no, I was just going to say, but of course, that makes the only humans left even that more desirable, so we have to be extra on our guard.
I think I'm good.
Well,
My only concern was that they were, like worshipping accurately. But all seems to be correct. A's. Great work on setting this one up.
Wasn't really even that intentional, if I'm being honest.
Worked out either way.
well, in that case, I'll leave Heretic to his contraptions. I'll leave Moira to his studies, and I'll be on my way. And he wheels himself out and down the road.
Well, what do you think of the great Zarahill? Everyone's favorite, everyone's best smelling, most handsome, politest hunter.
He was very polite. I enjoyed his company, but I also enjoyed yours greatly.
Thank you.
If you ever wanted to show him up and be cleaner than him, I could teach you a cantrip. We could make a deal.
No.
A little one.
No.
Okay, that's fair. It was just if you ever wanted to do it one time as a one-off thing, we could do it a
Get rid
temporary.
of my disguised smell. How the beasts can't smell me coming if I smell like beast, can they?
That's so clever. I didn't think about that, and I don't know if I'll ever have the prowess that you do for this kind of work.
It takes a lot of effort.
I can see that. You've been really helpful to us. Thank you, Heretic.
You're welcome. But I'm afraid this is where my help ends. They don't like me over at the church. They kill me on sight. And they know I'm coming. Because of that's what heretic happens, Do a heretical thing. They think you're the enemy of the church.
Fair.
Call you a cryptid. But I'm real.
Very real.
So, I can't help you get onto the grounds, but I can certainly lead you to the catacombs if that's the way you want to go.
I think
That'd be
catacombs
great.
would be wise, yes.
And do you guys have does the church have a book or something that it releases with its doctrine in it to spread?
Oh yes,
It's-
they have a Bible of sorts. Let me go grab
Could
it.
thank you. Could we? I would love to have a read of that if possible.
Moira, dearest, could you go grab that for us?
I'm not a librarian, Heretic. She goes away and comes back later with this very thick book. Slaps it down on the table. Now, you're taking the sun out for training today. I am going to be doing research into other places.
Training?
We're not going to leave our boy defenseless. He's got to learn to defend himself. Granted, he looks like a beast already. He's gonna have to defend himself from more than just beasts. He'll have to defend himself from the hunters too, probably.
I have some experience with training training kids up. If you want, I could have some simulacrums help you out.
Do you think we can get a babysitter?
All right, what are you offering?
Okay. And then I'm going to like summon up my entire training plan for like my group of ragtag kids from last time, and all of the information that I have, and I like slap it in front of her and I'd be like, this is what I teach them, and then start flipping through, and I'm like, we start with stealth because that's the most important thing, because you're not going to die if nobody knows where you are. And
I start flipping through the book while VR is talking. I've heard this before. I'm just like, yeah.
I'm gonna let Viari performance check. A's investigation check, please.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is my performance? +7. That's
Got it.
like 7 billion dice. That's not 7 billion dice. That's 2 dice, I think. Or is it? Yeah, that's 2 dice.
I got a 13, which I think means A's isn't reading so much as they are still just like listening to VR.
23, and I want you to know that the 2 dice that I rolled were a 3 and a 4, so I literally got the +7.
All right. So with your performance check, you do quite good. A's, what was that investigation check again? The number left my brain.
It was a 13, so I think A's is just not really reading that in depth. I think I'm kind of I'm distracted by VR.
You do pretty good though. It is a book, and its purpose is to convince people of itself. So even a poor read can get you.
I believe it now.
Holy shit, they're right. But
I think I need to cut off my nose.
you learn that you learn from reading this book of the church, from like doing your quick skim through, you learn that it was technically founded by the first hunter being, you guys know, the god of the hunt. Founded by them. It was initially started as a group of hunters who were helping to quell the beast scourge within the city. No one had really checked into why it was happening. They just were like, holy shit, we're turning into monsters, let's kill these things. Initially this organization grew from just being the people who hunt the beasts to being affiliated with the people who administer the healing. They needed a nice relationship with each other. Eventually they grew from that to being, we need to start investigating this ourselves. And thus the scholarly universities were born. From the scholarly universities came the Church of the Senses. The starting with the eyes, then it went to the ears and the mouth. Those 3 entities were born of the university. This is a detail that sticks out to you. And since then, it has all been conglomerated into one single entity. The university seems to control the church, and is also viewed as a religious entity within the church as a whole. You note that Moira's scholars are mentioned as being vaguely heretical, but only maintaining within the faith by pure pursuit of knowledge. So Moira is acknowledged but not affiliated as a scholar of the university, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Question. In the sessions that I haven't been here, have we established any content with the Mistress of the Hunt? Or contact?
You have had contact with her briefly. You haven't made contact with her here yet.
That's what I meant, yeah, okay.
No, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but you do know that she does like to frequent Fishhook, and she comes back here often.
Okay.
But with that information, I think we're going to go to break. Thank you all so much for watching the first half of PP Game of episode 71. We will be back in like 15 or so minutes, so go grab some food, go grab some water, go to the restroom, and see you then. Where's the BRB? Hello, gamers! Welcome back to episode 71 of Paperwork Pantheon. When we left off, Brooke was negotiating, Viari was negotiating babysitting for the child of Moira and the heretic.
Let me adopt all of the little rascals that you put in front of me, please.
You just
The last one turned out to be my brother. What if I'm related to this one too?
Definitely not. You are Brooke is
This
just
one's
the type
pretty
to be
cool.
very
He's like a werewolf.
Brooke wants to know the people they recruit. They just want a tight team of individuals, of accomplished individuals.
I want the kids from Lies of Loch Lamora. That's what I want.
But those kids sucked.
What?
They were terrible. They were so mean to Locke and Jean.
Did you finish the first book?
I got like a bit of the way through.
Like the team, like their team with Cal and
you mean like
Galdo and and Bug and yeah.
Oh, you mean like the guys? You mean like the lads who with the
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to be the chains to the future Loch Lamora. Now, Loch Lamora, the position of Loch Lamora is already taken. I'm looking for Jean. The Jean to my Loch. And my Loch is Scrap.
I feel like you want to be I feel like the relationship of being someone's chains and Locke, their guardian and their best buddy is not really...
No. I'm not Locke.
Oh.
Locke is Scrap.
Now, got
I am chains.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm chains. Locke is Scrap. I now gotta find Jean so that Scrap can have a buddy.
I don't know about all this nerd shit.
Got you. Moira looks at you and goes, all right, you can train the little rascal. What do you say, rascal? And this time you clock that's his name. He goes, he steps up to you and goes, so you're gonna teach me how to fight? And how to...
I can teach you how to fight.
Well, I know how to fight. Mention of magic and stuff. I can't magic.
You want to learn magic?
Well, you said that's what you teach. 'Cause that's what you taught the other kids. They were doing stuff with magic. I can't magic.
I can teach you magic.
He looks to Moira, and Moira goes,
If your mum says yes.
it's not that I wouldn't want you to. It's just that I don't really know how this will work, I guess. Curiosity,
Well,
call it.
that's fair enough. Listen, I have a little brother who I taught magic when I found him. And he is currently my best warlock. So I want to set you up for success. Because when I found him, I had to train him up to be a spy and to gather information and, just generally be kind of awesome and shoot like swords from his hands and stuff.
He looks at you like,
yeah.
you can do that with magic?
Oh, yeah. And then I would like to find a spot of something that looks like it won't actually be damaged if I shoot some Eldritch Blasts at it.
You'll have to go outside for that.
I can... Okay, come with me. And I'm going to, drag him out the door real quick. And I'm going to find just, a brick wall or something.
Just use one of the undead. Look
One of
for
the
one.
undead?
Yeah, just use that one.
He points at one, and it's missing its bottom jaw. It's been refurbished with a peg leg.
Amazing.
Several
Okay.
times.
I'm going to, kneel down beside him. And I'm going to point at it, and I'm going to be like, imagine you can do this. And then I'm going to shoot my Eldritch Blasts at this thing. I'm not going to do extreme damage or whatever because I'm pretty sure it'll just look extreme even if I don't. I don't want to cause unnecessary damage, you know. But I'm gonna make all the little blasts look like eldritch swords, just going pew 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 pew.
As you blast this thing, it just falls apart. It doesn't have many hit points at all. Just he looks like that's so cool. No one in the church can do that.
Exactly. That's not all. This might keep
That's
you more
just a
safe than
cantrip.
anything. Yeah, this might keep you more safe than anything. And I'm going to like change my face to look like him. And then just switch back. See?
Moira and the heretic look at each other for a moment. And heretic gives kind of like a look of like, this may be bigger than we thought.
You can say no. You can say no. Everyone always tells me I had a crazy childhood. But I was doing this at his age. I was doing this way younger than him, to be fair. But
Come here, Viari. Come here.
okay, and I'm gonna walk up to the heretic.
Look, it's not that we don't think you could teach him. You could probably do a lot. We're probably gonna say yes. But this is bigger than us, isn't it? You wouldn't be here because suddenly Fishhook looks interesting. Whatever you teach him, teach me as well. I'd like to become
Okay.
your warlock.
Fine.
Yes.
No. Godfrey?
Can I not do both?
Well, yeah, actually, I didn't. Can you?
Alistair goes,
Al,
yes.
can you?
Yes, you can be multiple. You just get
You know what? I'm just learning this information. Yeah, apparently you can.
Excellent. Where do I sign? What do I do?
All right. And
Come here,
I'm
rascal.
going to make up a contract.
Rascal leaps through the
He's
window.
underage, so he needs parental consent to be able to sign a contract, and also there's a bunch of like safety clauses in there that like he can get out of it like a lot more easily because he's underage and not an adult.
Did you have that other boy sign these?
He could sleep.
What? Oh, is sleeping important?
Well,
Not for warlocks, it's not.
I am the god of dreams, so normally the way that I recruit people is through their dreams. It's just that, you know, you can't sleep.
I see. Well, in that case, I will sign for Rascal. And I'll learn your ways and see what they mean for us. But I must stay ahead of Rascal.
Okay.
Don't know how it's going to affect his, obscure build.
Okay.
After a little bit of reading, the heretic writes his name, the heretic, and then he signs for Rascal as well.
And I will sign it myself.
As you do so, their trinket immediately appears in their hands, their first one.
Oh, great. Okay, so this will let you jump into it to get out of danger. Like you can literally go inside. There's a room you get to design for yourself. It can't be counterspelled, so if the church does have magic to counterspell, then they can't stop you from getting inside this, but it can be destroyed and you'll be forced out. The stronger you get, the longer you can stay in here. And also, you can take a short rest for only 10 minutes eventually, but I don't know how far. I don't think you're there yet.
While you're speaking, the heretic activates the ability, and you notice something is immediately wrong.
Oh.
It's okay. It's a good thing the heretic went first and not Rascal.
Please don't kill the little kid. I can't handle the kids dying. I just want them to be like street urchin super spies. Is that too much to ask?
Yes, that's a lot. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
You see the heretic as he attempts to effectively change planes. You see him go almost fuzzy for a moment before he is blasted back, grabbing his head.
Oh no, darling, I don't think that works the way you think it does.
I am so sorry. I'm gonna have a simulacrum cast, like, heal on him.
Roll the healing points.
It's just 70.
Poof, he flies through the wall. Ow, fuck! What are you doing?
I'm sorry, I was trying to heal you.
Don't do things!
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. Oh my goodness. I'm undead, darling!
Oh. Wait, does that mean... I feel like... Does heal specifically say something about undead? Or is that like a this world specific thing?
That is a this world specific thing with his particular kind of undead.
Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. Okay, alright. Maybe we don't use the trinkets. Maybe... Can I tell what they can do with the trinkets?
Well,
Can they still get like the 10-minute short rest or something?
make an Arcana check for what happened.
Okay. Okay. So it's currently a plus 18 for Arcana, which is like 6 dice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 32.
32. The 32, you learn the following. You learn that the mistake that happened was one of this world's rules that you are unfamiliar with. Your magic's effects on this world, as previously mentioned, will be different. Plane shifting for entities that belong to this world is nigh impossible. They cannot leave this plane by any means, at least currently. Something is blocking their egress.
And you said something fucky was happening with sleep.
No one can sleep currently.
At all?
At all. No one can go to bed. No one can sleep. The most you can get is lie your body down. You can close your eyes and pretend.
All right. Well, we definitely can't go through the normal channels.
You see the heretic is taking a sewing needle and is reattaching his arm.
I am so sorry. I really did not
Do you want some
anticipate.
assistance with that? I know you're capable, but yeah.
Thank you. I don't like operating on myself, as I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
So we've learned a few things. One, encounter hostile undead. Attempt surgery. Thing number 2, your magic is not reliable here. I'm certain it works wonderful where you're from. But that also means that our growth in your magic will have a different effect than you anticipate. I did see something, though, on the other side. I think it was similar to that entity you saw on the moon, or that Fader saw on the moon when he died. That beast, that thing that grabbed him. Something similar, blocking. Never attempted to leave this plane before. I guess that's what happens. I think your magic saved me in a sense. But we've learned that. I'm certain you can leave freely, as you're not really marked as really from here. But for those like me and Moira, and I guess Little Rascal, I guess we're stuck here for a while.
We'll figure out a way to get you out.
I don't want to leave. I'm happy.
No, but it'd be nice if you could, like, use the trinket.
I'm going to study the trinket. I'm going to learn about your trinket. Whatever it is.
What did they each pick as their trinkets?
You see the heretic has picked a small signet ring with his skull symbol on it. You see Rascal has picked a little necklace with a claw tooth on it.
Huh. Do you think you guys could Eldritch Blast?
You see the heretic goes outside. As he casts the spell, he doesn't see it, but you do. You watch as almost like jumbled bits of reality fail to emerge from his hands. He casts the spell, but it doesn't work for him. It's something is blocking the magic of the Pantheon from functioning correctly.
Can I make some kind of like arcana or investigation, like at the, like having seen the shape in which it's distorting reality?
You can clearly see the shape. It looks like an Eldritch Blast. Or what are you asking? Am I misunderstanding?
I'm trying to like understand, I guess, the nature of the block.
Make a Arcana check.
Okay.
Viari, you may also make one. Viari, you get to make it at advantage. He's your warlock.
There's another natural 20 on Arcana.
Hell yeah.
This place is making a liar out of me.
They believe you. It's just unfortunate that it's not working the way intended, because they feel it.
Okay, 26.
47.
Okay. 26 and 47. Viari, you understand that there is an entity that is blocking this. Almost like a parasite has wormed its way onto, veined its way throughout the fabric of reality. And it is preventing magic's flow. A's, you learn a little bit more, ever so slightly. Yes, there's a parasite that's veined its way throughout reality. But less so. But you learn as well that this parasite is a result of an action. This thing is not living as intended currently. It's not supposed to be a parasite. It's out of place. It shouldn't be here. But all the same, it has worked its way throughout the entire plane. Something made this thing the way it is. It shouldn't be what it is currently. But as a result, it is fucking with the flow of magic in a very detrimental way.
This is like the wolves in Yellowstone. No, wait, the wolves were good in Yellowstone. This is like the deer in Yellowstone.
Pre-wolf Yellowstone.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn to one of my simulacrums and I'm going to ping them. I'm going to be like, can you remember that official from the dinner that we had? The Fae official that monitors the flow of magic?
Oh, yes.
Could you set up a meeting with them?
Right away, miss. And they go off to go and do that.
I'm really sorry about this. That's not usually how that goes. And I'm going to figure out what's going on here.
No, you don't apologize. This is wonderfully insightful.
Yeah, I just don't want deals hurting people.
Oh, no, I don't think you could hurt me. This is why I took it alongside, my little rascal. But, until we figure this out, a rascal should not be trained any further in these abilities. You may, however, Take him with you.
Are you sure?
I am sure. Keep him safe.
It is dangerous.
So is Rascal.
I love him. I love him. I love this NPC. I love that you gave me. This is another little brother as far as I'm concerned. I know I'm not related to this one. I don't care. I just got another little brother. This is so exciting to me.
You see Rascal with his very short 2 hind legs and very long, bulky, four-armed, clawed front legs. Sort of like gorilla walk all over to you.
Amazing. All right, Rascal. Well, I have a lieutenant who you might like to meet. I'm going to send him a message, and then when he's ready, maybe we can bring him in. And I feel like you guys are going to get along like a house on fire.
What's his name?
Scrap.
Scrap. Who named them? Who named that guy? That's a dumb name.
He named him.
And he picked Scrap?
Yeah.
Dad, who named me? That would be your mother. Alright. Cool.
Great.
He jumps onto your
you
back.
can come along with us. Oh, great. All right.
He is
Awesome.
now your backpack.
Amazing. All right. Rascal, we're heading into danger. What do you do if there's danger near?
Kill it.
Yeah, if it comes to that, but order of operations, we stealth first. A fight avoided is a fight won, okay?
Looks to Ace and goes, didn't know y'all were cowards.
We're smart.
Looks to Moira.
And
She's right. Listen to her.
Fine.
but if it comes down to it, yes, we defend ourselves. And hopefully it doesn't come down to it. All right, Rascal, let's go see the church. You can tell me what's up as we go. Are you ready, Ace?
Yeah.
You guys make your way outside. The heretic sends one of their undead to guide you to the catacombs, as they need to go and collect more undead, because their reservoirs are running low. You watch as this hunter decrepitly shambles ahead of you, clearly not looking like a person should walk, but stumbling and staggering ahead of you. You guys ever find yourselves alone in the streets? Sounds of far distant screams occasionally shriek out. Nothing major seems to be happening.
Ace.
Mm-hmm.
Alistair sent me through this training to use my simulacrums, and I was thinking that it might be a good idea if we try one of the maneuvers that he was working on. Basically, we can ambush them with the simulacrums and maybe try to steal their clothes that way.
Oh, that seems great.
Yeah. Avoid a little bit of conflict.
I'm gonna go grab my food. 1 sec.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm thinking if we can do this without having to kill anything.
Oh, yeah.
Or we can kill it. You know, we could.
I mean, whatever. Honestly, whether or not we kill it, whatever is going to be the most efficient. I suppose we shouldn't just kill things wantonly.
I did just try to make a point to the kid to Rascal about not killing things, but
Oh, I thought the point was just not to pick unnecessary fights, but no,
that's
good.
true. I'm just trying to be a good role model, you know?
I don't want to be contradicting you in front of Rascal, so we can
No,
do
I
this
agree.
without.
You know what? I think this is.
No, we can do this without killing.
Ah!
At least this
Come
end.
on. I wanna show you guys what I can do.
I'm deferring to you,
It's
Viari.
actually not a bad idea learning what he can do.
Yeah.
Do you think it'd be irresponsible to like take him straight into a fight after we just got him?
No,
No?
it'd be awesome. You'd be the best babysitters ever.
Okay, Rascal, I feel like you're way too used to being around undead as babysitters, so I don't think that the point of comparison is super useful right now, but I appreciate your opinion. All right, fine. Controlled circumstances.
Yeah, I think
We get
if
the
we're
simulacrums.
yeah, I think we have the simulacrums. We let Rascal do what he does, and then if it gets too hot, we'll pull him out.
All right. I just realized I forgot to roll for my simulacrum points. The number, so start of the day, you roll a spellcasting attack roll. So that.
I like to imagine that Rascal's just going to turn into Jack at the end of The Incredibles.
I love this. I love that Offbeat is letting me build a little army of scrappy little scamps.
Child labor, child labor.
Not just that, like a child militia. Okay.
Not the child.
37.
All right.
So 37 is the number, and then would this fall under the do a thing? You know the one I mean.
Yeah, it would be do a thing.
the do a thing. Okay, so that's like 3 points. 37. Yep. I rolled high for that.
That's your average.
Actually,
that's like a little higher than your
yeah.
average.
Sorry?
It's like a little higher than your average.
Oh, okay. I rolled the same number of dice before on that check earlier and got a 26, and so I was thinking that was more average.
It's a little under.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I'd been rolling a little bit low with these dice. 37. So that's down to 34. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 34. So we're at 34.
Okay.
Cool. And so I'm going to use them to set up an ambush on some hunters. Do I need to spend points for every single hunter that we ambush?
No.
Okay,
Well,
cool.
Every area that you set up an ambush, you will have to set up. It'll cost points.
Okay.
So
how many areas do you think it would take to do that? And get like. Do we need 3 uniforms? Do we need one for Rascal?
You need a uniform for every person, so that includes Veda, Gottfried, Rascal, and yourself. So you need about 5 people total.
Okay. How many areas do you think that'll take?
You don't know.
All right. Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
I'm going to ping the Simulacrum network to see if they have found, I'm going to relay the information about like the collar thing being the church uniform. I'm also going to just check in on the current location and activity of Little Al, and just as like a quick like he's still at the church kind of thing. Like is he? Because we can use him as a distraction if he's causing problems for them. No one will be paying attention to us if we slip in. Is my thought. And yeah, figure out little groups of hunters we can steal the uniforms of.
Make an investigation check, please, on behalf of your Sims.
Can do. My investigation is plus 12, which is 4d6. So I can get
46?
4d6.
I know.
Oh. Never mind. That's 22.
Okay. Sorry, I'm finishing my dinner. I was very hungry.
You're so fine.
Okay.
No, we're gonna be mad at you for eating food.
But, like, how dare I, though? Like, really?
Listen, I wasn't going to say anything. But now that you brought it up, I just think it's interesting.
Biari's Charles Xavier is such a mood. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. I am going more for chains, I think, because of the whole Lochlamora vibes thing. But yes, that's what I
I'm
wanted.
not
I
gonna
just
lie,
want a
I
little
don't think-
army of kids.
I don't think you can be chains, but I think you can be Charles Xavier.
That's valid. I don't think I can be chains, but I think that the kids that I'm adopting have Locke and John vibes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love Charles Xavier being like, "Hey kids, do you feel cast out by the world? Want to murder some guys about it?"
Want to solve some problems? Don't worry.
With violence.
So, the investigation check comes back. You learn that there's a couple groups. You learn that there's a group of 5 hunters, which would get every suit you need, but it would be a pretty big skirmish. There's a group of 2 hunters that's just kind of patrolling around, and there's like a couple groups of 2. And then there's lone hunters, who seem to be a little bit not all together. Like, they are screaming, flailing, and like kind of losing their minds.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the doubles are probably our best bet. Like, we don't want a big fight, right? We want to just be able to like kind of overwhelm them, take them down,
Yeah.
steal their stuff, get out.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I will say, if we kill them, then they can't tell anyone that they got jumped. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, valid. And we get to see what the kid does.
So we killing?
We're killing.
How much violence am I allowed?
Normal
Minimal,
amount.
because we don't want to ruin the uniforms.
Oh, so like minimal violence.
Yeah, minimal. We don't want to ruin the uniforms.
Targeted violence to non-uniform areas.
As much as you want to like the head and stuff that's not like part of the uniform. Any parts that aren't covered, yeah.
Okay. I won't get blood on it, I promise.
Thank you. Much appreciated. All right. So the simulacrums are getting into position, and I just need a ping from them to let me know when we're ready. So, like, I don't know, kid, what do you normally do?
Just let me know when to fight.
Really?
Yeah, just point me at him.
You normally just get point. Okay. I feel like people were too critical of my childhood. I told you that it's more normal than you said it was.
It
As you look at the furry
Wasn't.
beast child who was born of an undead man.
yeah, I just gonna say that. It wasn't Viari.
Can I just say, I had sort of assumed that this kid had been born before the heretic was undead
Oh no.
and crazed. But yeah, no, okay.
No, he's young.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Everyone's into different things, Viari.
You know what? That's so
I was an
valid.
experiment.
I get-
Good for
You're
you.
an experiment?
Yeah, that's what Daddy says.
Oh. That's kind of cool, actually.
They wanted to see if hunters could have kids. And then they had meat.
Oh.
Nice.
Huh. Can they not normally have kids? Or do they just not normally have kids? How do kids happen in this world if people just don't have them? If everyone's a hunter, but hunters couldn't have kids,
Not
how would
everyone's
kids
a
have
hunter.
them?
They're civilians. A lot of them are beasts now, though.
How do you be a civilian? Like, how do you live that life here?
Well, not
How do
really
you-
well these days.
He
But
points,
yeah,
how
he points to the eviscerated corpses that line the street. Like that.
I mean, remember when we were here, Viari? There were civilians then. It wasn't this bad.
That's true. I guess I assumed that they would have like adapted or something. And also, I mean, being a civilian in a place like this, it makes sense. Somebody needs to like make the food and like distribute it and stuff like that. But
I mean, there
wait.
aren't civilians anymore.
Yeah.
So then who makes and distributes supplies to survive?
Get it yourself.
But the church would have a system.
I think members of the church would do that for the church.
If you're within the church city, then yeah.
The church has like a city with civilians.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
good
where
to
the
know.
church is. At this point in time, I think you begin to realize that church has been being used ambiguously throughout these conversations.
Yeah. I feel like every time I have a grasp on what church means, the rug is ripped out from under me. All right. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna check in with
legit
the
question
simulacrum.
to Brooklyn Tuesday. Are you familiar with Vatican City?
Yeah, I know that the Vatican City is a place with the Vatican in it.
Okay, it's like its own city with its own laws, basically. You
It's
Does
like
it
its
have
own like
its own
nation
laws?
state.
Mhm.
It's like its own sovereign entity, like within Italy.
Oh, I actually didn't know that. I just thought it was part of Italy. Like I thought it was.
No.
Nah, they got to do their own shit. Holy
That's
Roman
wild.
Empire, bitch.
Yeah.
That's wild. I did not know that. I
Okay.
just thought it was like a city in Italy.
That's what's happening here.
Okay. All right. Great. Good to know. All right. I'm gonna ping the simulacrum network and see if they have managed to set up their ambush.
Ambush ready. Proceed forward 100 feet, and we'll begin.
Thanks. All right, Rascal. I need you to hold back until I give you the okay. Okay?
He looks at you with malice.
Lesson number 2. Self-control will win you fights.
Sound like mom. Whatever.
Your mum's smart.
Don't have to be right all the time.
Wait. This oath that we have, it says that we get like a bonus if we're like at fighting the killer of a thing. Do I have to find like a murder victim that was from these hunters to get that
You'd
bonus?
have to find someone that the hunters have killed, yes. Would you like to attempt to do that?
Real quick, yeah.
Investigation check.
Okay. But I don't want to, like, I don't want to hold up time too much. So if it's going to be too tricky, then I just won't do it.
It'll probably be a bit of a. It'll probably take a little bit. It'll be a bit of a goof and a gaff. So maybe if you're trying to, if for the sake of expedience, I would recommend against it, right now.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll skip over that then. All right. Let's go. And we're going to. Well, I'm going to sneak forward and be super stealthy. I'm gonna go invisible. But I'm gonna whisper in the kid's ear. Firstly, I can speak in your mind. Please don't freak out if I speak in your mind. Okay. I'm gonna let you know what that.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna ping him. This is what it sounds like.
Okay.
Okay. And I will be as all right. I'm about to turn invisible. So you're not going to be invisible, unfortunately.
I can blend in.
But okay. Could I cast invisibility on him?
Is invisibility touch?
Yeah.
You could cast it on him, but like you would lose the concentration on yourself, right? Because it's concentration.
But if
is.
I had a simulacrum do it.
You can also concentrate on 2 spells at once, right? That's a rule that I've applied, haven't I, or not yet?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
2 spells at once, and then there's weird things with the save.
Yes.
Because it's harder to save from them.
You can cast it yourself, or you can have a sim do it, and I'll cost a VR me point.
Okay, I'll just do it myself then, because it doesn't really take resources.
Got you.
Because I have infinite invisibility. Okay, all right. Nope, turns out you can be invisible. Never mind. All right.
I'll turn myself invisible as well.
All right, you guys all are invisible. You all have advantage on your stealth checks, and you approach the ambush position. Please roll stealth as you approach.
Roll. Yikes.
Oh wait. Oops, that was the wrong number of dice. Sorry. Okay. 3 dice. Plus 10 is 3 dice. Yeah, plus 10 is 3 dice. 26.
26. Okay, what'd you get, Amelia?
16.
16, even with advantage?
Yeah. Advantage dropped to 1.
All right. Whew. Viari and Viari and Rascal are managing this. You guys are stepping over things pretty well. A's, you're doing pretty good. Up until the point where you step on an exposed bone and snap it in two with a loud and sickening. You will be surprised at the start of combat, as immediately the church hunters turn. The fuck was that? And the ambush goes off. Viari, please roll a d6 and tell me if it's odds or evens.
Okay. Can whatever the odds outcome be in my favor?
Yeah, odds can be yours.
Okay, thank you.
But I also wanted odds.
I always pick odds, and I also always pick tails. Oh,
It's
that's a
quirky
2.
like that. It's just a little trick into your sick and twisted mind.
I don't know. I like odd numbers better, to the point where, like, you know, people have that thing about the volume and they only ever put it on even numbers. I don't like even numbers. I will only ever put it on odd numbers.
You want to know the most vaguely unhinged thing I've ever done? I used to be like that. I only ever wanted 5s and 10s. But I was like, I'm not gonna let this control me. So I started
That's
putting
so
it
funny.
on other numbers to overcome it.
No, okay, so my logic was I liked the 5s and 10s, but then I thought, okay, but if I'm going to do it, it has to, like, if I don't want it on a 5 or a 10, then I want it in the middle of those two, and, like, 7.5 is technically the middle, but 7 is that, like, so I would go to 7.
That's so much logic.
And then I liked 3 better than 2, so I just went with 3. So, like, I had my numbers that I just picked.
That's really funny.
And then it just turned into odd numbers. But also 11 is my favorite number. And how am I ever going to have the volume on my favorite number if I only ever have it on even numbers? Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Anyway, the ambush goes off. You guys have advantage on your initiative roll. Congratulations. And also, they will be surprised at the beginning of combat. As will A's, as A's is also currently surprised.
I have a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Who's currently sitting on my mouse. Okay, so initiative for me, not great in terms of the dice that I roll. Let's see. The first one is a 23. The second one is a 22. So 23.
24.
24. Trying to get to my music. A second. All right. 24, 23. 24 A's. 23 V. 22 Rascal. And Hunter. Alright. A's. You are surprised. So you don't get to take your turn don't get to take your turn. However, you do get your you have your reaction and all of your action points. So that's 2 reactions basically.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. V, it is your turn.
Okay, so how far away are they from us?
You see them, they're about 30 feet away from you, and they are not looking sapient is probably the word I would use.
Okay. I am going to begin by casting Spirit Shroud. And can I drop no, I should... Well, if I leave invisibility up... Oh no, it goes down when I cast it on myself.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, okay. Well, when I attack them... No, when I cast a spell.
When you cast a spell, both the invisibilities will be gone.
Okay. I'm going to cast Spirit Shroud and I'll move up first and I'll cast Spirit Shroud.
Okay.
To drop the thing, and my simulacrum will come with me and do the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I will activate my lyre point thingy so
Okay.
that I have storyteller form. And I will... Do I think I need it? Actually, do I think I need storyteller form?
You probably don't need that
Look at
much.
these guys.
That's probably
okay.
a lot.
I won't worry about it. I don't want to waste the resource. And then I will just pew 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 into them with Spirit Shroud. Sorry, with Eldritch Blast, and then bonus action, Eldritch Blast. Do I want to leave? Oh no! And then I will. Yeah, I'll let that go. Sorry, I was thinking through my options. All right. That means that I need to add dice. So currently it's a plus 18, which means that's 6 dice that I add to my rolls. But I could choose to add an additional thing from Spirit Shroud, but I don't feel like I need to because they don't seem super tough. So I'm just gonna like roll as normal.
Okay.
The first roll is a 37. The
Hits.
second roll is a 42.
Okay.
The simulacrum's next roll is a 27. And then their next roll is a 30.
All right, 2 critical actions. As you
Fuck yeah,
blast
conquer.
these, are you blasting one target or both of them?
Do they look like both of them need to be like, does it look like I need to focus one?
I think you should focus. They look sturdy.
All right, I'll focus one. And that is going to be... Are we doing 5 blasts
5
per
blasts per Eldritch Blast.
thing? No, it hasn't gone up to 6? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Actually, no, it did. I told
2,
you guys
3,
it did.
4,
So
5.
that is 6 times, that's 24 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay. All right, sick. And then...
24 d10 plus 48 d8.
God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2. Oh, wait. 40 how many?
48. Because it's
48.
2
2,
d8 per
3,
hit. So.
4. 7, 8. All right. Plus my normal modifier is for my normal charisma modifier is plus 7, so that's plus 7 times 20. Yeah, no, 24 times 24. Plus 6 plus 6.
Plus 12.
Yeah, the plus 12.
So what was the modifier?
Plus,
The first modifier? Sorry? 6 times what?
sorry, 7 times 24, right? Because
Yes.
of the 24 blasts and the
You're right, you're right.
Okay. Okay. That's 519 points of damage.
Alright, you unleash this deluge of Eldritch Blasts. This ambush happening at the same time. The ambush, by the way, was your simulacrums lining the rooftops and just blasting down into the abyss below. Not necessarily trying to hit them, but to help give you guys cover. That evens or odds was to see if any of them hit them. But you appear before them, and this beam launches into the debris, and this hunter is separated from their life. They are dead.
Separated from their life. Amazing. Okay. And then I guess I don't really need to use a critical action, right?
You didn't really take one. You didn't really need to. You still have the option to. You still have the option to. If you can assume that, like, you're gonna kill something, you can... I mean, yeah, you didn't really need to. You could have chosen different sack types or whatnot and cleared all your negative sacks, but yeah, no, they're just dead.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, cool. Alright.
Alright.
And then I'm just gonna be like, okay, Rascal.
Rascal is no longer on your shoulder.
Oh, okay. Alright, I'm gonna ping him wherever he is. Good to go, kiddo.
As you look, he is currently latched onto the wall. And at this point in time, when you realize that he's gotten a little bigger since you last looked at him. As you see his spine begin to extend and detach and separate, new muscles being born between the stretched flesh. His arms extending longer and longer, a tail extending, his shoulders becoming more robust, his face growing and tearing as a new skull is grown out from underneath the old one.
That's
Massive.
like the Incredible.
Yeah, like the Hulk, but their teeth with massive...
No, Jack.
Oh, my apologies. Like massive gnashing teeth. Fur lining his body. And you see this vaguely humanoid wolf-like form leap from the side of the wall and strike at the church hunter, aiming for the nape of the neck. That is going to be a 22, 25, 27, 28, 32. Oh, no crit for him. But he does do damage, as this single hit looks vicious. If I got a crit, I got to do other stuff.
I'm so proud of this child.
You see him as he strikes, deals 130 damage to its neck, applying 10 stacks of bleed and 5 stacks of wounds.
He's just like me for real.
You see he goes for a follow-up. I rolled pretty bad on this one. I rolled 3 ones. 24, 25, 27. Okay, thank God. He does hit, barely. He goes for a bite at this thing's head. I'm gonna roll again, dealing another 132 damage, and now it is grappled, restrained, and an additional 10 bleed is applied. $262 total. And you watch as he is now holding this thing down from behind. The church hunter screaming, sounding more and more wolf-like as it goes. The hunter is still surprised, so it won't get to take its turn. And it will just take its bleed. As its wounds begin to take its toll. An additional 70 damage is dealt as it begins to bleed out. It now has 40 bleed. Alright, A's, it is your turn.
Okay. How many of these bitches are there?
One bitch left, and he's looking
Oh.
rough.
Cool. I'm just gonna longsword Eldritch Blast combo.
Alright, you do need Spirit Shot for that. Would you like to cast it?
Yeah, I would like to cast that. This bitch is about to die. Let's do third level.
5th level's usually pretty safe. I think you might need a 5th level.
Okay. Cool. Keep that on there. I will roll my attack. That's a 37 to hit.
37 gets you a critical action.
Okay.
Reminder that critical actions damage includes maximizing your damage dice.
Yeah, I think I might just do that to this bitch.
Alright. One max.
Okay.
You have 2 more action points to spend.
Can I just... I'm just gonna hit him again.
Alright, roll the hit.
Oh, that one's only a 28.
28. Okay, that is a hit. Alright, let's
Cool.
calc out the max roll first. So that is a swing to hit with your sword plus an Eldritch Blast. So that is 7 hits total. 1d8 plus 6d10 plus 14d8 plus modifiers.
Yeah, give me a sec. Okay. Well, that first one is maximized, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we can just do math there. I don't actually have to roll that. Okay, so that's 8 equals. So that's 120 plus 60 plus 12
Plus 12?
for the first hit. For hit? For my plus.
Don't forget your Eldritch Blast modifiers either.
Oh fuck! Yeah. Okay. God. And there were 6 of those, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So that would be 30. Plus 12 plus 30.
How do you want to kill this thing?
Can I flavor my Eldritch Blast to be one giant ass blast?
Hell yeah, dude.
Because I think what I'd like to do is A's in typical A's fashion. So in my experience, I cracked on the bone. Everything happened in about 6 seconds. I kind of look over and one guy's dead. I just walk up to the other guy, stab him with my long sword, and then just sort of turn it. And as I turn, it like Eldritch blasts through his neck. I'm gonna stab him in the neck because I don't want to mess up the clothes.
And this blast just a aerosolization of blood sprays and paints the side of the streets, keeping the rest of the suit perfectly pristine and clean. And the combat is over.
I will very gingerly begin removing the suit from the dead body and prestidigitating as I go.
Rascal looks up at you guys and retracts all of the additional stuff.
I'm just gonna hold up a hand. Good work.
Gives you a crisp high five. Told you I could do it. That was crazy,
I always
though.
have faith.
2 church hunters? That was nuts.
Are you not normally allowed to fight them?
Not typically, no. Dad
That makes sense.
Dad says
because
stay away
if
from
anything
them.
went,
They
yeah,
can
if anything
hurt.
went wrong, they would, yeah. No, 100%.
Are you guys gonna use the meat?
No.
No.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna fill up my vial. Are these beasts? These aren't beasts. These are just guys.
Make a investigation check.
Investigation. Well,
These are also hunters, so you can mark their bodies. Even though you are the
What does
killer,
that mean?
even though you are the killer, this is a hunter that you can use your ability on. You can understand things better within 100 feet of the dead.
Okay.
that is a genetically modified 20.
Excellent. As you look at this thing, you look over its body, look over the fur and the hair on the arm. You expect hair on the arms, but not this thick. It's like it's like as thick as like an old man's beard. It's at this point you begin to realize that these were hunters who had already begun the process of turning into beasts.
Did either of them say anything?
They just screamed and looked pretty erratic.
They didn't say anything when they
They
died.
were like, "What are you?" Like they did say that, but it wasn't really a coherent sentence.
I feel like I'm not doing the best job of this whole like Oath of the Scholar thing. Like I should have been like I had a notepad. Like, damn, what are you?
Is that what it said?
Yeah.
There you go. You knew it. Good job, kid.
Did you just call me kid?
He then goes and
I'm older than you.
yeah,
So
but
wait.
you're new here. He rips off an arm and begins to gnaw on it.
So with my investigation, did I determine, because they're turning into beasts, does
They're
that count for
beasts.
vial wreath? Oh, they're beasts. Okay, cool. I'm
They're
gonna fill up my
beasts.
vial.
Once I see A's doing that, I'm gonna do the same.
Excellent. You guys
I just do it from the stump where the head used to be before I aerosoled it.
You now have a vial of beast blood, which heals you to full once and turns all of your current stacks into stacks of madness.
So if we have 0 stacks, then it's fine. It's just
Yes, if you have 0 stacks.
If
it's fine.
we're in combat, in order to use this, what's the action economy?
Bonus action.
Gotcha.
One action point.
Cool.
if we clear our stacks first using 3 action points and then heal, like drink this vial, it'll just take us back to full. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, the purpose of this is avoid the madness at all costs. But there may come a time when you need to use it, right? It's like, okay, I can't actually clear all of these stacks with cleanse. I need to use this as well. Still always probably cleanse first, but then whatever's remaining, you might be like, fuck it, I'll take the madness.
Great. Once you've had lunch, Rascal, we should probably go find the next group.
You see that he's already picked the bone clean. And he just tosses it to the side.
We should probably move, though. We made a lot of noise.
Oh, yeah.
We did. Yeah.
The army starts pinging you, going, lots of company heading your way.
Thanks, Fees. Piggyback?
I think I want to run.
All right. And I'm going to become invisible, and I'm going to spend a point to have a VRE kid make him invisible. Or can I just make him invisible? Or does it, question though, but if I cast invisibility, doesn't that then drop invisibility on myself? Because I'm casting a spell.
There's a way to do
I
this.
thought the simulacrum was casting it on.
Yeah,
him.
well, the simulacrum can cast it. It's just about spending the points.
Creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing, blah, blah, blah. The spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell. Oh! So if you cast it on Rascal and then yourself, it's fine. You just gotta do Rascal and then
Doesn't
yourself.
it? Oh, okay. I can do that, but I thought that would still...
No, I misinterpreted it.
It's whoever attacks the creature. It's not the caster.
Yeah, not the caster. So
Okay.
Whoever is invisible does the action. It's not whoever
Yeah.
casts invisibility doing the action.
yeah,
Okay.
That was a misinterpretation earlier. My apologies.
Okay.
So as long as you do Rascal first, you can then cast it on yourself.
All right, cool.
Because we allow the concentration of 2 spells in this game.
Fuck yeah. All right. So I'm going to cast the two of them. And then we will both be invisible. And while he's running.
And you guys make your getaway with the clothes and with your church attire. Going on to, I will say, successfully ambush a few more church hunters in the day.
As we do, I'm going to ping Ace and be like, see, I'm not even that weak. I managed to give him a piggyback, and look how big he is.
He is currently in full wolf mode, ragdolling a corpse.
See?
Yeah, you're right.
I bet he weighs exactly the same in this form as when I first picked him
Why
up.
don't you go pick him up now, just to prove it
No,
to
I don't
yourself?
think I need to flex or anything.
No, not at all. Show me how strong you are.
No, it's fine. I just don't think it's necessary to do this.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I mean, you've seen it already, so.
Well, I've seen it when he was small, but you know. This is
Yeah, but he weighs
I bet
the
I
same.
bet I could pick him up.
Well, that's really cool, Ace.
Sorry, the
That's
audio
really-
got.
That's really cool, Ace.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, we'll end today's session. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of PP Game. As always, I'm Offbeat Outlaw. I have been your humble dungeon master. Yeah, watch this every Friday. This is where we are. I made a video today about Helldivers and satire that has already got incredibly frustrating comment sections. Ace.
Hi, my name's Amelia Som. You can find me most places at Amelia Som or by going to links.ameliasom.com. Listen to me in the podcast, Unprepared Casters. That's where I am mostly when I'm not here.
And my name is Brooklyn, and you can't really find me anywhere else anymore, and that's about it. Danny.
I'm Daniel. That's what he would say.
You know me.
You know me.
You know me.
But that is all for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Have an amazing